Hello, whoever's out there. So, hi, it's Donna, me. I'm still learning my cards. Deborah Blake, Everyday Witch. And I just wanted to pull some. I was like, okay, just pull me some cards and tell me, like, what's the energy today? And so then it became, like, who am I speaking to when I come here to speak? And I gotta say, like, the cards are scary. Like, scary accurate. They're not scary. Okay, so I got the Four of Swords. Wherever she is. Hold on. Because they're all in my lap now. And I don't want to let go of the book. Because what I find amazing is I made these little tabs just the other day so that I could go through and kind of find them easily. But then I still don't. And anyway, when I go through the book and suddenly kind of stop in an area and I'm either like right on the exact page of the card I just pulled, or I'm literally like, this one I was on 7 instead of 8 for strength, because that's the other card I pulled, one of them. I didn't pull them, they fell out. So here we are. And I was like, let's go ahead and do strength first, because it's 8. It's number 8. It's one of the, I don't know all of it enough yet. But it was one of the first cards, and it's in the very front of the book. That much I know. 0 through whatever, it's in the front of the book. So I pulled to that, and I flipped pages and ended up on 7 instead of 8 on strength. And so I was like right there, and I was like, see, I love when that happens, because I clearly am not that good at it, not that experienced. So that definitely tells me, like, this is correct. And for me, this is the energy that it's telling me is today. Okay, so let me go ahead and tell you about strength, which is kind of obvious. It's saying, your own inner strength. Believe in it. Look, there it is again. Went directly to it after I pulled some strength. I've got here in my notes the main things for me. Si se puede, because it means yes. Yes, I can. I feel like that's something we're all going through. But power from confidence in self. Strength to endure and triumph in the end. And that's something we all need to remember, especially right now when the world is going nutso factor for whatever reason. And yeah, intuitively, what it's showing here, she's taming her inner lion. That is self-control. Try to keep it short. I'm not going to elaborate. That is self-control. Taming your inner lion. Being in control of one's self, which is so much more strong, powerful, important than I'm going to control and manipulate everyone and everything around me. Yeah, you're so strong. You don't have identity issues. Okay, and then Four of Swords. It lit. I've been holding on to these two. Four of Swords. It lit, went directly to this when I went, and I pulled it and was like, okay, I'm going to stop now and see where I'm at. I was on Four of Swords, okay? So, again, that makes me feel like this deaf, I did the thing. Spirit, be with me, protect me, let's do it. And deep breaths. And these cards are the ones that fell out. To sleep, perchance to dream, is what this says. I know it's like backward for y'all. Depending on where this card falls in a reading, it may be a suggestion that you need to rest and refresh your spirit, which is definitely me. That's why I came out here to go for my walk. I know that I need it. So, are you running away from making tough decisions or taking decisive action that you know is now needed? I don't have some notes on it because it doesn't have a note section right here in the exact distance. But anyway, alternately, it may indicate that you are stuck in a rut, spinning your wheels when you should be taking action. So, like, again, intuitively, she's laying there, got her broom kicked up. She's like, hey, I'm chill. My Four Swords is here. I'm ready to take you. I'm ready to take on a fight. I know I'm looking at the book because the picture in the book, there's some spider webs up there, so maybe you need to get to cleaning. Maybe you need to take some action. Again, that's my brain. I'm not saying that's like what that means, but if I was going to do it intuitively from my own perception in this world, that's what I'd see. And then Knight of Cups. Knight. Again, I went directly to this page when I was like, okay, what's next? How far away is it? Because I've basically got it to Swords are first and Pentacles, meaning Earth and 3D level shit, which is, to us, in the beginning of life, we think this is it. This is the most important thing. And for survival purposes, it is very important to be 3D, economically, financially, mentally, psychologically. It's very important to survive this world, to be this, to have self-control, to tame this, to not live out of our lower vibrational frequency of child our ego, literally ego, insecurity, fear, resentment, anger, jealousy, blah blah, all the things people say. I'm not jealous of that B. You are. The fact you have to say something that to you inflicts such meanness, you feel something hard. We can't function in that. We can't do it. Not in society. We're not going to make it. You're not going to live. You're not even going to be able to keep a job. You're not going to be able, you're not. Okay, so Knight of Cups. I follow wherever my heart leads. I don't even like to say ever because that's not necessary. It feels like extra wording. So, things to consider. If the Knight of Cups shows up in a reading, it might be a clue that you are dealing with someone with good intentions, but not a lot of follow through. And let me tell you, if I had gotten on here and done like the kind of rant thing I was going to do, yeah, that's exactly right. That man who is wooing you madly, you might want to be a little cautious. Your child or friend or lover who comes to you with a fabulous can't fail scheme. Take a closer look before you get pulled into fantasy. This doesn't mean you can't jump in and follow the Knight of Cups dream too. Just make sure you don't plan the rest of your life based on that. So again, the Strength card, being mature, being able to say, okay, this would be great. These are the things that you're being rational, kind of politically correct in that sense, or just professional in that sense, whatever, organized, of course. If this card represents you in a reading, it might be a suggestion that you are too wrapped up in your own hopes and dreams, too emotional to make a rational decision. Rational. Perhaps it would be a good time to step back and see if whatever you are so excited about, a lover, an idea, a plan, or something grand, really stands up in the bright light of reality. So, I mean, that's it. To me, yes. Collectively, as a human race, mic drop. Mic drop. But I'm doing it because, like I said, I'm still trying to learn my cards. So I was like, I'm just going to bring it with me on my walk. Pull some cards. Ooh, death at the bottom. And I know you're like, death? You're excited? Because it's the death of... Okay. Whatever. Everyone has their thing, right? My perception, and from what I've noticed, I've been watching tarot, daily. This is my affirmation. This is my... I don't know what else to call it, but it is. It's like my affirming. It's my getting my mindset right. Like how people do affirmations in the morning, or they either watching videos for inspiration, or they make a list themselves and focus and meditate or whatever. That's what I've been doing for over a year now, because it's June, so a year, like 2 months. I've been doing it, and so what I've learned is, like, when it says there's a tower moment, or it says death and this and that, it's almost never, almost coincidentally, usually, unless someone is sincerely powerful, or some, spirits coming through and telling them something specific. But like when they say, oh, it's the death, it's usually something internal. It's spiritual. It's your ideas. It's your mindset. Your world, as you know it, in that sense, is crumbling. And for me, it needed to happen. My allergies are so awful right now, but it needed to happen. It always needs to happen. I'm even right now in a place, I've been having a rough time all of June, which isn't normal. It's usually a week or two. My nose just keeps burning, so I don't know. Is that popcorn? I smell you. I smell my cards. And I have a very strong sense of smell. Like, very strong. And it's worse certain times. But anyway, that's me. I'm sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, seems to be fine. When I'm not talking, my nose is fine. Okay, so I'm going to shut up now. But yeah, collectively as a whole, I don't care who you are. You need to get self-control. You need to learn to communicate. A lot of people are in positions they ought not to be in. And they're probably only in them because a company had no better option. I'm serious. Are we serious right now? Is it telling me, like, quit being nosy, get your nose out of people's business? Like, what is this thing? Okay, but I'm going to go walk. I got my headphones here. But I've been watching tarot. That's what it was. I've been watching tarot for a year, a little over a year. And like I said, for me especially, like, you're having a breakthrough, or it's the death of this, or, and they'll tell you, they'll tell you. It doesn't mean death in real life. It doesn't mean birth like a baby. You rebirth every day. You can choose to every day. And that's, for me right now, that's how I feel. I feel like I feel like I'm constantly trying to learn, which is something I very much believe in. Read, Martinisms, and learn. Never stop learning. Learn, live, laugh, love. And when you're someone who thinks that that's cliche and means nothing, then you don't know what it means. And on the one hand, woohoo, I'm grateful for you, because you probably don't know, I want to say you probably don't know what it means to hurt, because people do, but then they don't know how to heal. And so then you don't get to the point where you're like, you know what, I realize now, it could all be gone in a sec. What was I watching? Oh my God, what? Ginny and Georgia. Oh yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Don't tell me your sides. I don't want to hear it. But I was watching the episode of season 3, because I'm just now watching it and it takes time, where Ginny's talking about, you get to where you learn to not take these things for granted. She was doing that party, the tails and, I don't know, the 2 T's, and the dance. It was a dance, but not a prom. And, Marcus's mom gets to be there and hers doesn't, because she's at home on house arrest. And she's like, oh my gosh, is that why? Oh, I can't help it, guys. And she's like, you learn not to take these things, seriously. You learn not to take these things for granted. This is a lesson I thought I learned it like forever. My son, 27-week stillbirth, was in 2015. And first of all, no, I didn't automatically just jump up and go, you know what, I'm just going to embrace life. I'm happy. Woohoo, I love you all. No, I didn't. I disappeared in my room for years. And I gained 100 pounds. And I've lost at least 50 of it. It took me... I started trying in 2020, but I didn't lose any. I lost none. And then, not last year, but the year before, when we first moved into our house, and, we got to where we could walk to school every day. I bring the kids. We would come down here to the tennis court or wherever, which is right over there. And we'd drive down here in the mornings, play a little bit, and I would go on my morning walks. 3 laps at least, which I'm told is 3/4 of a mile, but if I add in a little bit of the other, it becomes a whole mile. But I would do that. I would walk with my friend. I did this 5 days a week, at least 5 days a week, with my keto, fat burning coffee, and sometimes I walked more laps with my friend. Sorry that it turned into this, but anyway, I lost 30 pounds in 90 days, like I was supposed to, and it can be done, and it's not impossible, but it is difficult, because you have to make all of the little changes that you make every day in the, within 5-10 years, whatever, will change you, period. It's just, when you want to do it quickly, you have to step it up. You have to speed up. Get the things that you're going to do, 1 week, because my philosophy, I hope this helps someone, obviously this is for a reason, is any new habit you need to form, or routine, or whatever, you need to do it for 7 days, basically consecutively. But if you only make it to 4 to 5 of those, that's the majority, and then the next week, you just strive and do more, but it becomes more regulated as a part of your everyday life. Boom, boom, boom. I really truly believe that's where the whole God Bible thing with the 7 days, the earth was created in 7 days, and I don't think it's just the earth, it's the universe as a whole, because creation and evolution both exist. Clearly, that's obvious, and that's how it is. But anyway, you have your perception and I have mine, and that's fine. I lost a bunch of weight, and then I took last May, I took from May 13th to June 13th, and I did a 2-day fasting to jumpstart it. But then I also only ate either whole foods, but mostly not bread, chicken, grilled chicken, no bread, nothing, an orange or something. I drank my coffee, I took my gummies, and the gummies are apple cider vinegar, etc. Anyway, I lost another 10 pounds from May to June 13th. I was amazed myself, because when you watch the pot, it doesn't boil. but I watched it. I had to watch it. I needed to know if I needed to let up a little bit or if I couldn't afford to let up. I can't afford to have a sip of Mountain Dew. I can't afford. So anyway, and then here recently, I've just been working in my yard. I've slowed it down a little. I haven't been out working out. I haven't been out walking. Now I have done like trying to build muscle, grow my glutes, literally just a few days. And I do worry about that because you gain weight from muscle, which is okay and good. But, so I've lost 15, what? I lost 50 pounds. So I'm down to 199. I'm down to 199 and I'm excited AF. I haven't, and I said I'm going to tell the whole world when this happens. And I did, on my Facebook, but whatever. So I feel, and I do brush my teeth, so it's just the color on here. They are white. This is decaying. This one's starting to decay. This one's not even real because I broke it on a bottle of Stackers many years ago, and it was cracked, so they pulled it out, ordered a new one, popped it in. Trust me, it's not as white as my real teeth, and then these are starting to, like, decay out, too. I did floss. So, like I said, I'm clean. I'm actually a very clean person. You just can't tell. Anyway, I lost the weight, but my son died, and it was like 10 years. I kept having kids and having kids and having kids. I got 4 now, but I got 5 biological, and I've got, the ones past dead, whatever. And, I've got 5 steps, 16, 16, yeah. And I'm the 6th. I'm my mom's 6th living, because I was told my mom had a miscarriage too, either before, I think, or after my oldest sister. So anyway, again, details, but that's me. That's what I do. My mom always said, I never know what you're saying. You start in one place, and by the time you end, you're in a whole nother place. And I always said, well, I'm sorry that you can't keep up. But anyway, so yeah, I've lost a lot of weight, but self-control is so important. And self-discipline and learning to speak to people in a way, without our emotions. Learning to speak to people in a way that is clear, cut, and dry, and it doesn't have to be nasty or ugly or mean or even disrespectful or even aggressive. Now, assertive, I'm practicing that one. But, yeah, I hope that was everything I meant to say. And I love you all. And thank you when you're here, and thank you, God, for this moment, because I already feel so much better than I did 17 minutes and 33 seconds ago when I started this video. But I can't wait. I'm going to go walk. It burns off the energy. It resets everything, and I'm going to blow my nose. And then when I go home, I'm going to take cetirizine, and maybe at bed, I'm going to take Benadryl, because this, believe me, I got bad allergies, so, I get it, and yeah, so that's all. I love you all. Have a great day. Prayers, live, love, laugh, and, oh yeah, that's where all that was, yeah. Yeah, see? Live, love, laugh, learn, but not in that order. So live and learn, then laugh about it, and just love. Love through the pain, love through the hurt, love through the lessons, love people that you really want to H-A-T-E, H-8. Just love, because we all need it. We all need it. Peace, y'all.